Forget the Eiffel Tower. To hell with the Great Wall of China. If you want to experience the world in all its messy glory, its chaotic collision of past and present, east and west, then you need to get yourself to Turkey. This ain't no sanitized postcard destination. This is the real deal. A place where ancient history breathes down your neck in the morning and the call to prayer echoes through the clatter of modern life at dusk. Join us as we explore the vibrant and diverse attractions of Turkey, from its bustling bazaars to tranquil beaches. So buckle up and get ready to dive in. Istanbul, a city that straddles two continents both geographically and culturally. A place where the ghosts of emperors still mingle in the shadows of grand mosques and crumbling Byzantine walls. You can practically feel the weight of history here, pressing down on you like the humid air. We'll start in Sultanahmet, the heart of old Istanbul. Here you'll find the Hagia Sophia, a masterpiece of Byzantine architecture that's seen it all: a church, a mosque, and now a museum. Walk inside, and you'll be struck by the sheer scale of the place, the way the sunlight filters through the ancient dome. Just a stone's throw away is the Blue Mosque, with its 6 minarets piercing the sky. Step inside, and you'll be greeted by a sea of blue Iznik tiles, intricate calligraphy, and a sense of peace that belies the city's frenetic energy. These two structures, standing face to face across the centuries, tell the story of Istanbul better than any history book ever could. But Istanbul isn't just about ancient monuments. Step outside the tourist trail and you'll find a city bursting with life, a chaotic symphony of car horns, street vendors hawking their wares, and the smell of spices hanging heavy in the air. Get lost in the labyrinthine alleys of the Grand Bazaar, where you can haggle for everything from carpets to spices to knockoff designer handbags. Istanbul will grab you by the throat and demand your attention. Forget everything you think you know about landscapes. Cappadocia is like stepping onto another planet, a place where the Earth itself seems to have gone mad. Imagine a vast expanse of volcanic rock, sculpted by wind and rain over millennia into surreal shapes. Fairy chimneys, honeycombed hills, and valleys dotted with ancient cave dwellings. The best way to experience this otherworldly landscape? From the air, of course. As dawn breaks, hundreds of hot air balloons rise into the sky, casting long shadows across the valleys below. But Cappadocia isn't just about pretty views. People have been carving out homes and places of worship in these soft rocks for thousands of years. Explore the underground cities of Derinkuyu and Kaymakli, where early Christians once hid from persecution. Wander through the Göreme Open-Air Museum, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and marvel at the Byzantine frescoes that adorn the walls of its rock-cut churches. Cappadocia is a place that defies description. The Roman Empire. They built roads, they built empires, they built cities that have stood the test of time. And nowhere is their legacy more evident than in Ephesus. Once a bustling port city, Ephesus is now one of the most complete ancient Roman cities in the world, a sprawling archaeological site that gives you a glimpse into the grandeur of a bygone era. Walk down the marble streets lined with the ruins of temples, bathhouses, and houses, and imagine the city in its heyday. Stand in the shadow of the Library of Celsus, its facade still remarkably intact after all these centuries. Then, head to the Great Theater of Ephesus, a massive amphitheater that once hosted gladiatorial combats and theatrical performances. As you wander through these ancient streets, let your imagination run wild. Okay, enough with the history lessons. Let's hit the beach, shall we? And there's no better place to soak up some sun and sea than Antalya, the gateway to Turkey's stunning turquoise coast. With its palm-fringed beaches, crystal-clear waters, and ancient ruins perched on cliffs overlooking the sea, Antalya has something for everyone. For a taste of the high life, head to Lara Beach, with its luxury resorts, beach clubs, and fine dining restaurants. For a more laid-back vibe, check out Konyaaltı Beach, a long stretch of sand lined with cafes, bars, and restaurants. Or, if you're feeling adventurous, rent a car and explore the hidden coves and beaches that dot the coastline. Take a stroll through the charming old town, Kalichi, with its narrow cobblestone streets, Ottoman-era houses, and bustling harbor. Visit the Antalya Museum, home to an impressive collection of artifacts from the region's long and storied past. Antalya is the perfect place to relax, recharge, and soak up the Mediterranean sun. Ankara. Forget Istanbul. Forget the coast. This is the beating heart of modern Turkey, a city that's shedding its skin and stepping boldly into the 21st century. Sure, it's a government town, but don't let that fool you. Beneath the surface of officialdom lies a city pulsing with youthful energy, a creative spirit that's redefining what it means to be Turkish. Start at Anıtkabir, the imposing mausoleum of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the founder of modern Turkey. From there, dive into the city's burgeoning art scene. Check out the Museum of Anatolian Civilizations, home to an incredible collection of artifacts from Turkey's rich history, or wander through the galleries of the Sur Modern, a former train depot transformed into a contemporary art space. In the evening, head to Kankaya, Ankara's trendy district, where rooftop bars and cafes offer stunning views of the city. Forget your sterile shopping malls. This is the Grand Bazaar, a labyrinth of over 4,000 shops, a riot of colors, smells, and sounds that will leave you reeling. This is where Istanbul comes to shop, to haggle, to gossip, to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Step through one of the many arched entrances, and you'll be greeted by a sea of humanity. Shopkeepers call out their wares, tourists bargain for souvenirs, locals haggle over the price of spices. The air is thick with the smell of coffee, spices, leather, and 1,000 other things you can't quite place. Get lost in the maze of narrow streets, each one specializing in a different trade. One minute you're surrounded by mountains of colorful Turkish delight. The next you're browsing through stalls piled high with carpets, jewelry, and antiques. The key here is to embrace the chaos, to dive in head first and see where the current takes you. Don't be afraid to haggle. The Grand Bazaar is a sensory overload in the best possible way. Forget the diet. Forget calorie counting. In Turkey, food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of life, a sensory experience that will tantalize your taste buds and leave you wanting more. This is a cuisine that's been honed over centuries, a melting pot of flavors influenced by the Ottomans, the Greeks, the Persians, and countless other cultures that have left their mark on this land. Start your day with a traditional Turkish breakfast, a spread of small plates piled high with cheeses, olives, tomatoes, cucumbers, bread, and honey. For lunch, grab a doner kebab from a street vendor, the thin slices of meat shaved off a rotating spit and stuffed into a wrap or sandwich. Or for something a little more refined, try a pide, a Turkish-style pizza topped with cheese, meat, or vegetables. In the evening, head to a meyhane, a traditional Turkish tavern, where you can feast on mezes, small plates of food meant to be shared. Turkish food is a journey for the senses, a celebration of flavor and freshness. Forget nightclubs and raves. In Konya, the spiritual heart of Turkey, the dance floor is sacred and the music is the sound of souls spinning closer to the divine. Here, in the city where the mystical poet Rumi lived and taught in the 13th century, you can witness the mesmerizing Sema ceremony, a spiritual dance performed by the whirling dervishes. The dervishes are followers of Sufism, a mystical branch of Islam that emphasizes the inward search for God. Their dance, the Sema, is a form of meditation, a way of connecting with the divine through movement and music. As the ceremony begins, the dervishes, dressed in their white robes and tall conical hats, enter the circular dance floor. The music, a hypnotic blend of flutes, drums, and chanting, fills the air, and the dervishes begin to spin, their arms outstretched, their bodies rotating like celestial bodies. The Sema ceremony is a powerful and moving experience. Helen of Troy, Achilles, the Trojan horse. These names resonate through history, etched in our collective imagination from literature and legend. And here, on the windswept plains of northwestern Turkey, you can stand among the ruins of Troy, the city that inspired Homer's epic poems and sparked 1,000 tales of love, war, and destiny. Walk through the ruins of this ancient city, layered upon itself like the pages of a history book, and imagine the battles that raged here, the heroes who fought and died, the empires that rose and fell. Visit the replica Trojan horse, a reminder of the cunning strategy that brought about the city's downfall, and imagine the fear that must have gripped the Trojans as they wheeled that massive wooden beast through their gates. Troy is a testament to the power of storytelling, a place where myth and history collide. We end our journey through Turkey with a visit to a natural wonder, a place where the earth itself seems to have conspired to create a landscape of otherworldly beauty. Welcome to Pamukkale, the Cotton Castle, a surreal landscape of white travertine terraces cascading down a hillside, filled with shimmering turquoise water. Formed over millennia by mineral-rich hot springs, Pamukkale looks like something out of a dream. Spend an afternoon exploring this surreal landscape, dipping your toes in the warm, mineral-rich waters, and marveling at the natural beauty that surrounds you. Visit the ancient ruins of Hierapolis, a Roman spa town built atop the terraces, and imagine the Romans soaking in the same waters centuries ago. As the sun begins to set, casting long shadows across the terraces, the colors of Pamukkale transform, the white travertine taking on hues of pink, orange, and purple. So there you have it, a taste, just a taste, of what Turkey has to offer. From the ancient ruins to the bustling cities, the stunning landscapes to the warm hospitality of its people, Turkey is a country that will stay with you long after you've left. Thank you for exploring Turkey with us. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing travel content. And the next time you're looking for an adventure, a journey that will challenge and inspire you, remember this land of contrasts, this crossroads of civilizations, this place where history comes alive and the future is being written every day. Turkey is waiting.